be stripped of our humanity. So, Trudeau, Ford, and Tory have been on a tyrannical tear to dehumanize us of all our human attributes. For what? To serve the predatory globalist agenda of Bill Gates and his criminal cohorts? Nothing, quote, nothing gets back to normal until we get a microchip vaccine? My answer to that is go pound sand on a wet beach. Preferably a beach near your cottage where you broke the rules along with Mr. Trudeau. So Belgian doctors have called for an investigation of the WHO for, quote, its fraudulent pandemic. Dutch nurses and doctors have sued over the fact that this is not a, quote, pandemic, but a flu. And their nurses are refusing to be vaccinated to continue working. There are now over 100,000 doctors, experts worldwide, calling this pandemic fraudulent and the measures unwarranted. The measures have killed to a factor of 12 to 14 to 1 more people than you depraved leaders and health officers claim COVID has killed. You're suggesting to us that we're so stupid as to think the way to kill a fly on a glass table is to take a fucking sledgehammer. Now the World Food Bank is saying 10% of the world population risks starvation. That's 700 million people.
All right.
Okay? 10,000 additional children a month are already dying from disruption of food supplies. How do we justify that, Mr. Ford? Just because they're not your kids? And dozens of developing countries have ejected the WHO for its conduct and failed attempts to bribe their heads of state, and for using their children for medical experiments. Mr. Ford, 81% of all Canadians who have died from the COVID, according to you, have died in their rat hole long-term care facilities. And what have you and Mr. Tory and Mr. Trudeau done about this year after year? Because it happens year after year, COVID or no COVID, you've done frigging nothing. So now you go waste. So you appoint the Honorable Mr. Justice Rocco, Associate Chief Justice, for whom I have the world of respect for. He's one of the most enlightened and greatest jurists we've had. But what's he going to tell you you don't know? You don't maintain proper long-term care facilities that are there mostly for profit. And this government and all previous governments have turned their head the other way. So now you're trying to whitewash it with a judicial inquiry. And all of this, you ignore the elderly, you ignore all the things that could have mitigated these deaths. But you got your eye on internment camps over people who reject and oppose your lying, fraudulent agenda. Criticized and opposed by eminent experts all over the world. You got your eye on suppressing of inalienable constitutional rights going to life itself. Is that your solution? You know? For what? Again, and I'm almost finished, guys and girls. Again, for what is he doing this? Well, it's clear. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. Just read. To serve Bill Gates, the Gavi, the World Economic Forum, the IMF, World Bank, and all the other criminal billionaire corporate oligarchs? Why? Do we need to stand for this? Yet you keep your liquor stores as an essential service. People are dying, but your liquor is an essential service, owned by the government of Ontario. Right? Well, I can't get shoes for my kids unless I get them at Walmart or Costco. Right? What do these measures and agenda have to do with public health? Who do you think you're kidding? And I'd like to say, Mr. Ford, if I was born yesterday, it was pretty early in the fucking morning. My clients do not believe, trust, nor care to listen anymore to you, your lies, nor your propaganda machine, and the horrors you call mainstream and corporate media.
We have to eat only McDonald's now.
Your policies and politics make no scientific, medical, or common sense. Your belligerent fascism will not deter us in defending our human attributes codified as constitutional rights. Your measures are destructive, irrational, unconstitutional. They serve other masters, not the citizens of this province or country. So before I get off the stage, and I'm worried because I'm 231 pounds and this thing is bouncing. Get away from me. We're two slim guys, you see? This is dangerous. No, I'm almost done. So, just two last, sorry. Just a couple of last announcements before I get off the stage.
I love you, Rocco.
Me too. Next on our litigation agenda, we are bringing in a wholesale challenge in British Columbia. In Ontario, we're preparing to file against school principals, superintendents, and school boards for their insane torture of children. School boards, and superintendents actually have the audacity to even breach the provincial laws that are on the books. Nobody could have said it better than Bob Dylan in his song, "Everything is Broken," when he said, they're bending broken rules. I and the other lawyers and staff at the Constitutional Rights Centre, thank you very much for your support. We invite you to continue supporting us so we can continue our efforts against this insanity. Okay? Thank you very much.
Rocco Galati! Give him some love! Yeah! Rocco! Now that shit makes sense. That makes sense. Thanks.